The drowning of Oscarville. In the rolling hills of northern Georgia, beneath the waters of what is now Lake Lanier, lies the ghost of a forgotten town, Oscarville, a place where dreams once lived and where history was violently washed away. But Oscarville wasn't always a ghost. In the early 1900s, Oscarville was a thriving African-American community in Forsyth County, Georgia. It wasn't a town of grandeur, but it was alive with purpose. Families built homes with their hands, ploughed the red Georgia soil, and sent their children to small churches that doubled as schools. There were farmers, blacksmiths, barbers, and bakers. Despite the shadows of Jim Crow laws and the weight of systemic oppression, Oscarville was a place where Black people lived with pride, dignity, and hope. Among them was Clara Thompson, a midwife known for bringing over 100 babies into the world. Or Reverend Elijah Brooks, who preached not just salvation but education and self-sufficiency. Oscarville was more than a settlement. It was a symbol, a small flicker of Black prosperity in a time when that light was often snuffed out. In 1912, everything changed. A young white girl named May Crow was found beaten and unconscious in the woods near her home. Within hours, suspicion fell on Black men from Oscarville, Rob Edwards, and teenagers Ernest Knox and Oscar Daniel. Despite questionable evidence and forced confessions, the accusations were enough to spark outrage in Forsyth County. Before the law could take its course, if it ever would have, a mob dragged Rob Edwards from jail, lynched him, and riddled his body with bullets. The other two boys were convicted in a trial that lasted barely a day. They were hanged after a crowd-pleasing public execution. But that wasn't the end. It was just the beginning. Fueled by fear, hate, and the lies of white supremacy, white mobs began what they called a cleansing of Forsyth County. Black families were given ultimatums: leave or die. Houses were burned, churches torched, crops destroyed, livestock stolen. Within months, over 1,000 Black residents were forcibly removed from their homes. Their land, hundreds of acres, was taken without compensation. The community of Oscarville was scattered, erased, forgotten by history. Or so they thought.